What do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? So I always ask the question, what would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing. As a result of our kind of educational system, crowds of students say, well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way. Another person says, well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and ride horses. I say, do you want to teach in a riding school? Let's go through with it. What do you want to do? When we finally got down to something which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, you do that. And forget the money. Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid.
Watching you, use them, walk up to them, ask them questions, all right? They want to hear you ask them questions.
Go lefty on the righty, it's much harder for a defender to guard you when you attack his top hand.
Step to our target, right in the middle of the net. We want to shoot. We're not even in the corners right now. Big step, right in the middle of the net.
Just make sure you get to the ball as quickly as you can. All right?
Hands back, extended, be able to catch it, and as soon as you catch it, be able to pull it. Nice overhand release.
Try going a little bit lower. So you're lefty, right? So you're going to throw the ball. You can do it with your hand too. So want me to throw it? So you're going to throw it. Get your stick out just like this. Bring it and bring it in like that, okay?
Pick it up. Bring it across your body like you're sealing a defender off and cradle down here, okay?
Get him a good shot, but let's try to throw in a fake and go high or low, okay? Sound good? Ready? Tweet. Woo! I always think it's so funny when...
Catch it.
I'm starving. All I had today is McDonald's breakfast.
The mission is obviously to, provide these women with other opportunities outside of being a professional lacrosse player.
The WPLL is a two-pronged approach. One side of it is a platform for the players to play at the highest level possible, playing a brand of lacrosse that's both exciting and fits the athleticism of the sport. The other side of that is the junior development and having a Chasers program, a development program where these younger players can aspire to be WPLL players, can not only get out on the field and play, but also be mentored and learn traits such as leadership, character development, that whole side of it, merging the two. So merging your pro players with the development group to form one awesome league, a two-pronged approach.
It's a perfect opportunity for us to create programming that's going to help them develop personally and professionally. I mean, it's unbelievable the talent that's out there these days. We have Taylor Cummings, who obviously is a huge star in the game. Dana Dobie, I mean, she's amazing. You know, she's got tricks up her sleeves. And so putting them in a position to play on a smaller field, making the game faster, the spectators are going to have a blast watching it. We're going to be able to, you know, create mentors that can reach our next generation of young female leaders. Given the level of play and the status of these women, we feel like it is our, you know, responsibility to, with the reach that they have nationwide, to give back.
I think the goal for me when I really talk about the foundation is to support and inspire an entire generation of young women, but using lacrosse as a vehicle to do it. And what the foundation will support is all the leadership and bravery programming that we'll do. It will support the junior pro division, and it'll support the chasers. So the nonprofit side of the organization is really going to help us fulfill the mission of impacting thousands of girls and an entire generation of women's lacrosse players.
So what I want for these pro women are for them to feel that we are supplying them not only with the lacrosse experience. I think that's just the perk, but the main focus is really to provide them with opportunities to personally and professionally develop. And so for them to get that experience is definitely one of our main goals, but then also to connect those pros with that next generation of leaders, which are those young women that will have an opportunity to be a part of the Futures program. We want to make sure that we are always putting the players first. We're always putting these young women first, and we care about them as people first, and then everything else will fall into place from there.
What do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? So I always ask the question, what would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing. As a result of our kind of educational system, crowds of students say, well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way. Another person says, well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and ride horses.
Welcome back to Goucher College Game 2, the most important game of the season. And just our luck, it comes at the very end of the regular season. The New York Fight, the Philadelphia Fire, winner advances, loser has their season come to a conclusion here. Dan Fritz alongside Hallie Griggs. And Hallie, we saw a great game in Game 1. Baltimore, though, came out better the second half. Motivated, inspired, focused, just took care of business. This is going to be a war. Both teams, as I said before, maybe a little bit snake bit. Couple of bounces either way. These records are vastly different. Maybe availability of personnel a little differently. These records are vastly different, but nonetheless, coming down to right now, one win will get you into the postseason on this short season for the first year of the WPLL. Again, the Philadelphia Fire, the New York Fight, looking for that all-important first win. Both teams coming out. New York will be in the blue and white. They're going to be going from right to left. The Philadelphia Fire wearing the white tops, the orange and black shorts. Going from left to right. This game will also come down to the goalkeepers. Starting in goal for the Fight, Kelsey Gregerson, the Hofstra product from 2015. We talked about some of the battles that this league has enjoyed. Kelsey was part of that one before. 18 saves last time out for the fight on the other side. Gussie Johns getting the nod between the pipes for Ricky Freed's squad. She's appeared in this, her third game, 5th in the league in saves per game, and she's going to be put to task early and often, because when you come into this game, a couple of questions you want to ask yourself. Is this going to be the game where you have the talent that is the Philadelphia Fire's attack, Tori Benson, Hannah Nielsen, Danielle Trasco, just let loose? Or is this going to be the one where the talent of the New York Fight, Taylor Cummings, Zoe Stukenberg, Kylie Ohlmiller, Marissa Romeo, just unload? Both teams are poised to do so. Philadelphia wins the opening draw. We'll just see who starts getting the luck and who gets the shots as we get going here. Game 2, doubleheader, shot in and just off the mark. Mention of her name a moment ago, Danielle Trasco getting the first shot for the Fire. Just can't quite tuck it away, but Hannah Nielsen keeps it for Philly.
Hannah Nielsen drawing the tough Alice Mercer matchup already. Oof. First yellow card of the game. I think that just shows tensions are high. There's a lot on the line. And Mercer, a player, I mean, I think this might be the first or second yellow card I've ever seen her take. And that's, you know, covering her through 4 years of college, of course, with the national teams program.
And even so early, I mean, barely 30 seconds gone, and we have an opportunity for the Philadelphia Fire. Excuse me. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Maddie Crutchfield will pass right side, turn, fire, score! Phillies on the board. Emily Gillingham gets the first goal of the day. The Townsend Project from 2018 turns and goes low, comes high, and gets the first tally on the board for Ricky Freed's team. 1-0 favor of Philly.
Gillingham, one of those players that graduated from a talented Towson team. She played for Baltimore head coach Sonia LaMonica, and I spoke with Sonia before the game, and she said there were a number of her former Tiger players really enjoying themselves here in the WPLL, making the most of it, and Gillingham, a box Canadian lacrosse player, one of those players.
So now again, kind of rehashing what we said in game 1. Here's where this game's going to be won, right here, the draw control. First touch, Philadelphia is coming away with it. Katie House. We also know her, Katie Schwartzman, getting the ball for the Fire. The shot just up and over, and something we haven't seen from the Fire so far this year. Early shots are going to try to keep peppering the goalkeeper. So maybe Coach Ricky Freed had said before, just trying to find the chemistry of these teams and these players. He may have found a nice combination. Quick in front, another shot, another goal for the Fire. This one's Maddie Crutchfield, and it's 2-0 that fast in favor of Philly.
Philly capitalizing on the fact that they've just been able to out-hustle this New York team on the draw controls. Nobody's really drawn it up to themselves yet so far. You know, these have been 50-50 balls. Katie House picking up the last one, just really out-hustling this New York team so far.
Well, and something that we've also seen with the New York team all year long, do not count them out even for a little bit, because this is a team that I've seen so many times this season. They may have not so good start out of the blocks, but they're going to come right back at you in the second quarter. So if you're going to build a lead early, you better build it very big and very quickly, because New York will turn right around and come right back at you, largely in part because of the woman right here at the ball. Working up the right side, Caroline Fitzgerald from Florida, Zoe Stukenberg, Taylor Cummings. And see if this battery can get things going alongside of Kelly McPartland here in the Fight's opening opportunity. Philly's got 2 quick goals. The Fight going to work. Gussie Johns sets up on the far side post. Marissa Romeo passing, looking in front, 1-2 punch. Zoe Stukenberg trying to send it home. Gussie Johns right there for the save. So here comes Maddie Crutchfield with a lot of room. Zoe Stukenberg slides over, trying for a steal, can't get it. The shot, great save. Gregerson able to just deflect enough of it. And rolls out of bounds. It'll be New York Fight ball.
Not a lot of Maryland Terps here on the field tonight.
And even still, you kind of joke a little bit as far as a lot of Maryland alumni are on the New York team, but Baltimore's still top of the league. I mean, that's – I'll address the elephant in the room. Shot goes in. Kylie Ohlmiller gets the first notch for the fight. She gets her 7th goal of the season and pulls the team to within 1. Beautiful day here in Maryland. Game time temperatures for the second game. A brisk 82 degrees with a little bit of sun. They get a little basted a little towards the last part of that first game, folks, but the sun's starting to work its way behind some clouds behind us. The humidity, the heat wave that this region has been putting up with hopefully ends tonight. And for one of these teams, the losing streak will also end tonight to get into the semifinals again. Westchester University on Thursday. And off the draw control, here comes the fight. Alice Mercer will get a foul call to her favor. Quick restart. Just going to work up the right side. Now back behind the net. Lindsey Scott. Scott looking. Taylor Cummings. Cummings through traffic. Finds McPartland, goes in and goes low. Kelly McPartland ties things up at 2. So Kelly McPartland gets her 2nd goal of the year. 2-2, the early first quarter score. Gussie Johns, just not much she could do with it. She had it. Give credit for McPartland, able to go low. Talking about the Terrapins, the 2015 graduate of Maryland.
McPartland just doing a really good job there, making sure that her shot counts. She's juking, faking high and low. There are about 3, 4, 5 hitches in there. I mean, that's the type of play. These young girls that are in attendance, they'll be taking the field tomorrow and Saturday. And I hope that what they're seeing tonight by these pro players, they're hoping to bring in, and they're looking to bring into their games the next 2 days here.
Taylor Cummings goes right off the draw and scores. Gets New York the lead, 3-2. Taylor Cummings, her 6th goal of the season. So, like I just said a few moments ago, don't put your foot up off the gas on this New York team. They're going to come right back at you. Taylor Cummings gets the team's first lead. Fast-paced action in the first quarter, game 2 of this doubleheader. Again, winner continues. The loser, their season ends. First few minutes gone by, Philly got the first 2 goals. New York has answered with the next 3. And back the other way, great stick work here. Hannah Nielsen for Philly to get it back. 1-2 punch goes in, the shot tie ball game once again. Lauren Lee gets credit for the goal. So nice 1-2 punch. Able to send it home, and I got a funny feeling we're going to have a lot of lead changes today.
Number 1, Lauren Lee. Assisted by number 13, Danielle Petrasco.
Petrasco gets the credit for the assist. Lauren Lee graduated at the University of Florida 2016. Her first pro goal came in just like today off the bench. She did have 4 goals in the debut. The game against Baltimore. So Lauren Lee, no stranger to the net, but more importantly, we're back level at 3. 7 minutes left to go here in the first. Off the draw control, Taylor Cummings rips to the left. Keeping the line, Zoe Stukenberg trying to follow through with it. Loose ball. Marissa Romeo runs into all kinds of trouble, and a foul is called. It'll be fight ball as Taylor Cummings gets things going once again. Cummings, she's got a room she likes. She'll take that double with her. She'll take one in, and she sneaks it home. Taylor Cummings, the eye to the net, and she gives New York the lead once again.
Cummings just doing a great job there. Almost sees Gussie get off her pipe. She makes that initial dodge. She pulls it out. She sees Gussie moving. Not so fast. Immediate shot back.
And you can just tell by her body language that Taylor Cummings is not going to just let this game get away from her. 2 quick goals in this first quarter, and she's just got that presence that I've seen so many times with her in Maryland, that you know the minute she gets that ball into her stick, you better pay attention because it's coming at you.
She's just a gamer. She's so focused, and she's so competitive. I think that's really the thing. She is just so driven. She wants this win tonight.
On the draw control, she'll go up. She'll take another draw control. So Taylor Cummings doing the work early. The New York fight on top 4-3. 5:40 left to go here in the first. Cummings. Graziano. In front. Oh, Miller behind the back and scores. Oh, that was nice. Who's got that number for ESPN? Hello?
Definitely the goal of the night we've seen so far. And that was, you know, when I found out Kylie Miller was playing in the WPLL, you know, she's just, this rule book was made for players like her and players that can play like her, and just the exciting stick work that she brings to the WPLL. It's just highlight reel worthy.
Yes, and that definitely highlight reel worthy. We'll see that one again later on tonight. Her second goal of the afternoon, and Taylor Cummings draw control for a moment, but Philly comes away with it. Maddie Crutchfield. Now Philly trying to return the favor. Talked about both teams getting snake bit a little bit. One thing Philly cannot do is let this affect them early. They've got to just keep going with what they have, keep playing their game, and keep up like they did the first part of this first quarter. And again, we'll be back and forth with this all night long, but right now, the fight have the ball. Taylor Cummings again, passing to the right side, McPartland. McPartland's got room, Gussie Johns to save. New York will keep it with a fresh shot clock. Gussie Johns sets up on the near pipe. Marissa Romeo. Romeo looking. Gussie Johns once again able to keep the pipe closed. Another save by the netminder from USC. Long pass through midfield. Couldn't control it. Atrasco tries to collect it. Unable to come away with it. Looks like Sarah Brown on the far side. Cummings the hat trick. Taylor Cummings, 3 goals in the first quarter. And New York has doubled up Philly 6-3. Great hustle through midfield. Just give the ball to Taylor Cummings. Clearly the hot hand so far, and she's got the hat trick.
And Philly, you know, off to such a strong start. And you just talk about the difference a draw control can bring to a game. When Philly gets the ball, you know, these last couple possessions, I think there have been a few rush decisions. But otherwise, when they're controlling the ball, they get it to X. More often than not, they're able to get good shots off. But when Taylor Cummings is winning the ball to herself, like she's been doing on the draw control, really hard to mount a comeback.
So now if you're Philly, you got to get the draw control 1, then control the ball 2. And set up quickly, though. Katie Haas racing. Nicole Graziano coming over the line.
Looks like New York's going to get called offside.
Yep, Taylor Cummings is going to come off. So an opportunity here for Philly, even though it's early. You almost have to say they have to take great advantage of this opportunity. You're not going to get many of them with this New York team, not with the way they're playing so far. Philly with the ball back behind the net, looking for Atrasco. Couldn't get nothing there. Maddie Crutchfield. Crutchfield from distance. Off to the right, though. Hannah Nielsen. In front, great save. Kelsey Gregerson able to control it. And the fight starting back up the field once again. 1:50 left to go here in this fast-paced first quarter. 6-3 is the score. New York 6 goals. Early on, Marissa Romeo trying for 7, just couldn't get the angle, and she sends one off. It'll still be New York ball. 30, though, on the shot clock as the ball comes in from the corner. 90 seconds left to go in the opening act. Miller again. I think that stick got tipped a little bit as it sailed up over the bar. Shot clock still runs, 15 seconds. Marissa Romeo gets us back to live action. Quickly in front, Gussie Johns a save. 3 big saves by the Fire netminder, keeping this game as it is, because New York definitely peppering the goal kick right now. And a foul is called. A little surprised the card staying in the pocket.
Very surprised, to be honest. That was a check right into the head. Hannah Nielsen going down hard there.
And especially with all the attention, as we said many times with the college game and concussions and whatnot, you definitely don't want to see that at this level or any level to be for that matter. But nonetheless, a simple foul. No one seems to be injured. Play continues. Philly with the ball. 34 seconds left to go. 25 on the shot clock as the Fire work the left side. Trying to go in front. Hannah Nielsen was going to try a quick 1-2. Couldn't get it to go. Loose ball. Nielsen diving. 20 seconds left to go. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Nielsen giving chase back behind the net. The Fight pick it up. And with 10 seconds left, if they hurry, they can get a shot off, but may not be able to get up the field fast enough. McPartland, if she caught that in stride, it would have been interesting, but the final second's going to come off, and the first quarter is done. Okay. Philly came out strong with a couple of quick goals. New York Fight answered in spades. We go into the break 6-3. When we come back, second quarter action here from Goucher College. You're watching WPLL action here on LaxAllStars.com.
What do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? So I always ask the question, what would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing. As a result of our kind of educational system, crowds of students say, well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way. Another person says, well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and ride horses. I say, do you want to teach in a riding school? Let's go through with it. What do you want to do? When we finally got down to something which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, you do that. And forget the money. Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid.
Watching you, use them, walk up to them, ask them questions, all right? They want to hear you ask them questions.
Hey, welcome back to Goucher College. Dan Fritz alongside Haley Griggs. First quarter in the books, and we said as far as which offensive battery are we going to see, well, the latter came to truth, and the New York Fight just unloading. Taylor Cummings alone has tied up Philadelphia. 3 goals for Cummings, 6 goals for her team in the first quarter, and second quarter is definitely going to be interesting to see if the Fight can continue this momentum and if the Fire have enough to exercise a moment of pause and get a run going themselves. Set for the draw control. Off the draw control, Taylor Cummings again going after it. Loose ball. Lauren Kahn unable to come up with it. Foul called. Ball awarded to the Fight. Here comes Taylor Cummings once again.
And that's exactly, you just want to make sure you're drawing the ball clean, especially when New York is being so dominant on their draw controls.
Old Miller to Romeo, back behind the net. Marissa Romeo in front, fires, scores. The fight once again looks like Kelly McPartland. So New York not missing much of a beat. They get another goal to the board, and they're starting to pull away. Kelly McPartland, second goal of the afternoon. And the fight continue on the run. Again, the winner of this will take on Baltimore in the semifinals on Thursday at Westchester. And you'll have the Upstate Pride taking on the New England Command, the 2 and 3 seeds. Taylor Cummings.
Kelly McPartland.
Once again off the draw control, foul called against Abby Burgess. Stukenberg, Cummings. Waiting for McPartland, and now Taylor Cummings once again from the middle. Cummings through all kinds of traffic, loses it for a second. The flag goes up, and it looks like Taylor Cummings is going to go to the free position. Now off to the right, though.
Looks like it's going to be a free position.
Now free position, yep. What do you think about the free position always in the middle?
You know, I like it. I would like to see the elimination of a free position altogether, to be honest.
Okay.
You know, I think just man down. Let's do, you know, shot clock or possession clock, whatever you want to call it, resets, and just play man down.
Old Miller rifles one. Gussie Johns to save again. But that's interesting as far as the elimination of the free position. I mean, I would at least go like how you have the 3 hash marks right now at the college game. Just keep those. I've never been a fan of that outside floating hash because it just seemed, unless you're out on the right, you're a left-handed shot or vice versa, there was just like no nutritional value in that. It was almost a waste of opportunity.
Year on the free position opportunities, I think what you saw was that free movement rule played a huge role in players able to go to whatever hash they wanted to. You know, if a player was, so no longer did you really have the space that you used to. I mean, I'll just put it out there, elimination.
Okay. Interesting indeed, but one thing that's not being eliminated is the fact of the New York fight tallying up the scores as Kelly McPartland gets her second of the quarter and gets the hat trick on the afternoon. And once again, the fight just rolling on. Kelly McPartland getting the unassisted goal. 8-3 is the score here in the second quarter. So set for the draw control. Haley Schweitzer for the Fire. Comes right into her stick. Gets through some traffic. And the Fire, going to see if they can stop the bleeding a little bit. Katie Haas, right side. Shooting space, nice draw in. Maddie Crutchfield able to take that step. She'll go to the center hash and try to get the Fire's first goal this second quarter. Maddie Crutchfield just poised, sets, plants, fires, save, Kelsey Gregerson. The quick dish out, Sarah Brown through midfield. Brown with a lot of space. Marissa Romeo back and forth. Brown loses it for a second. Romeo picks it up. Romeo fires and scores. Marissa Romeo goes low, scoots another one home. And once again, another score for the New York fight, opening things up 9-3.
Ever since that first run in the first quarter, I mean, the New York fight, they have not taken their foot off the gas here.
No, they have not. And like I said, you wondered when there's the potential for both of these teams. They had a battery to do it. Right now, it looks like the New York fight, they're the ones that got that trigger. They got that step. They got the rhythm going. Can the Fire do something about it?
And I think right here for the Fire, it's just on the draw circle. I mean, Taylor Cummings is just so dominant tonight. They have to get the ball away from her. Make it a 50-50 ball. Get it up and out.
How's that possible?
Like right there.
There you go.
You know, that was, Haley did a great job. She made it a 50-50 ball.
But unfortunately, a foul called against Philly. So now, like I said, It's almost like if you get out of one hole, you find yourself in another one. You win the first touch, but not the second. They benefit from the foul here, but now Philly's got to get something to the board here as Hannah Nielsen works back behind the net. 9:30 left to go, down by 6. The firework, 45 on the shot clock. Katie House. House with some room, draws a double. Can't find anybody open as she backpedals. Great defense by the Fight. Nice pass going to the ground, but the foul is called on, looks like Caroline Fitzgerald. So, well outside. But they'll take the free position through the middle, opt not to take a shot. Looking for something in front. Great move, ducked up and under, right into the upper corner. Maddie Crutchfield gets the goal. Maddie Crutchfield, talk about doing work, dodged between about 4 defenders and able to just go upper 90 for the unassisted goal. Stops the bleeding for the first goal since well midpoint of the first quarter.
Much needed tally for Philadelphia. And I think that that's just the type of goal that you hope you can build some momentum off of.
So now again, as you've been saying before, off the draw control. 8:12 left to go here in the half. The New York Fight up by 5. On the draw control, now off to the left. Once again, Crutchfield able to come away with it. So Maddie Crutchfield off the right wing. Flag goes up, but play continues, and now the whistle will be blown, and they'll bring that well outside. So Crutchfield will get us started outside the 2-point area. 34 on the shot clock as the Fire take the ball back behind the net. 7:20 left to go, down by 5, now working the near side. Quickly in front, 1-2, and closing the legs. Kelsey Gregerson drops down and collects it. Great save by the New York Fight keeper. Here's something else we saw the Fight do a lot this year. Spread the field out, starting with the goalkeeper. Through traffic, great work on the defense, but a foul is called. So now New York will have an opportunity right up the middle. Caroline Fitzgerald will set up. Fitzgerald will just check right off. Inside his own, Graziano, nothing there. Marissa Romeo. Gussie Johns able to keep things at bay. Kylie Oldmiller will take it. 55 on a new shot clock as Oldmiller doing battle behind the net. Foul gets called, so they get the restart. Kylie Oldmiller. .37 seconds as the Fight trying to go in. This time it gets to the back of the net, and Gussie Johns, I don't think she saw which way that one came in at. So another goal for the Fight. They make 10 on the afternoon, and once again up by 6. 6 minutes left to go.
Another goal for Taylor Cummings as well. She's been so dominant. First goal we've seen her on the crease there, making some moves behind, helping out Kylie Oldmiller. She was drawing a lot of contact there.
And we talked about the Upstate Pride keeping New York at bay in that third quarter, their last time out. That goal that they only got was from Taylor Cummings. She has 5 goals on the year for this afternoon. So one more, she's going to double her scoring output for the season. And again, getting used to things a little bit. You know, Taylor Cummings, maybe not the stat line that you might have expected until today, but Taylor Cummings just being Taylor Cummings this afternoon so far.
Absolutely.
So now off the whistle, the restart. New York Fight have the ball. 5:10 left to go here in the second quarter. Keelan Friedman. Friedman trying to work her way through, but leaving Oldmiller open. Oldmiller fires. That gets deflected wide right. Lauren Lee picks it up. Quick pass back to Gussie Johns. Johns gets to the circle, and now the Fire will try to clear. Colleen McGarity. McGarity sends a pass in, one hop to Hannah Nielsen. Nielsen to the left. Karen Marr. Marr with some room goes underneath and tucks it home. Nicely done. Karen Marr gets the goal. Again, much needed for the Fire. 4:20 left to go.
Philadelphia Fire goal by number 29, Karen Maurer, unassisted.
The unassisted goal. The current one of the assistant coaches up at Princeton, so we've been talking a little Ivy League all afternoon. And like I said, players coming from the powerhouse teams and going out to the different conferences and introducing some of what they learned and they played and passing it on to the next generation as coaches as well. But you see where it all comes from. She gets the goal there. 10-5 is the score. 3:45 left to go here in the half. And Philly come away with another draw control. Maddie Crutchfield once again. Crutchfield against Alice Mercer. And Philadelphia will go to work off the right wing. Katie Haas. Haas from the two-point line. Nielsen. Nielsen from back behind the net, trying to work her way in. Bounces one across. I think Gregerson got a foot to it, but maybe not. Shot clock did not reset. 20 left to go. Fire still had it. Here comes Katie Haas once again. Haas with 15. Trying to lose her defender. She's got some space. She fires. Gregerson to save. Great stick by Kelsey Gregerson. Philadelphia Fire will get a fresh 60 seconds. 2:45 left to go.
Despite the shock, obviously, as you mentioned, the shot clock resetting. And that's, I mean, when you shoot, that's why, especially with the shot clock, the possession clock era, sometimes you shoot for those corners. If you miss wide, you get the ball back. Now sometimes you shoot to reset the clock.
Trying for a two-point shot there, but from distance, Kelsey Gregerson never able to pick it up. Gregerson, nice, long pass, but a little too much on it, but it bounces clear. Gussie Johns will come out of her circle and collect it. Gussie Johns, I wouldn't put it past her for her to start working her way upfield. But she'll dump off right. And now the Fire will try to clear. Long pass through the middle. Gillingham lost it in her stick. And all the way almost back to the line, uncontested. And Philly will continue, but 25 on the shot clock. They got to make some moves quickly. Schweitzer. Nielsen. Nielsen with 15 tried to go in front, but Gregerson caught it. And now New York will start to work their way up through the middle. 1:19 left to go. The fight doubling up Philly. 10-5 is the score. Gregerson sends it past through the middle part of the field. Casey Pepperman with some room now, looking for Marissa Romeo. Great work by Spring Sanders. Sanders will get called for the foul, trying to collect it, and Zoe Stukenberg will get things restarted. Nope, they're going to give it to Pepperman now, Stukenberg, and we're back to live action. 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. Zoe Stukenberg. Little give and go, looking for Lindsey Scott. Scott through traffic fires. Gussie Johns easily collects it. 25 seconds left to go. The pass off through the middle. From the circle to Fire, working right up the middle. Just inside. Nice shot.
Great save.
Great save by Gregerson. I think she was expecting it to be up in the air, but nonetheless the save. Quickly now, here comes Marissa Romeo. 3 seconds left. Can do something if they hustle, but losing the ball. And the horn sounds, and that's going to end the first half. So 10-5 is the score. We're going to have an abbreviated halftime, only 5 minutes. And we'll be right back with the third quarter action. You're watching women's professional lacrosse here on laxallstars.com.
What do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? So I always ask the question, what would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing. As a result of our kind of educational system, crowds of students say, well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way. Another person says, well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and ride horses. I said, do you want to teach in a riding school? Let's go through with it. What do you want to do? When we finally got down to something which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, you do that. And forget the money. Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid.
Watching you, use them, walk up to them, ask them questions, all right? They want to hear you ask them questions.
Go lefty on the righty, it's much more, it's harder for a defender to guard you when you attack his top hand.
Step to our target, right in the middle of the net. We want to shoot. We're not even in the corners right now. Big step, right in the middle of the net.
Just make sure you get to the ball as quickly as you can. All right?
Hands back, extended, be able to catch it, and as soon as you catch it, be able to pull it, nice overhand release.
Try going a little bit lower. So you're left and right. So you're going to throw the ball. You can do it with your hand too. So you want me to throw it? So you're going to throw it. Take your stick up just like this. Bring it and bring it in like that, okay?
Pick it up, bring it across your body like you're sealing a defender off and cradle down here, okay?
Get him a good shot, but let's try to throw in a fake and go high or low, okay? Sound good? Ready, sweet. Woo, dude. I always think it's so funny when...
Catch it.
I'm starving. All I've had today is McDonald's breakfast.
The mission is obviously to, provide these women with other opportunities outside of being a professional lacrosse player.
The WPLL is a two-pronged approach. One side of it is a platform for the players to play at the highest level possible.
Welcome back to Goucher College. Second half action getting ready here on laxallstars.com. Dan Fritz alongside Haley Griggs in an exciting first half action as we get set to go. Taylor Cummings pretty much taking things into her own accord. The Philadelphia Fire trying to survive for an opportunity to play again on Thursday at Westchester University. And that quickly, the Fire starting things off like they did in the first quarter as they get the early going. Just couldn't get the ball to the target, but keeping the possession. 40 on the shot clock as the Fire once again work from back behind the net. Hannah Nielsen, quick 1-2 going in, just not enough inside. As the shot from Trasco, no good. And once again, Sarah Brown able to get the clear going for the New York Fight through midfield. Lauren Lee right there with her. But Sarah Brown with a step. But Lauren Lee is going to get called for the foul on the back check. So
that looked like a great check to me.
That was. You always say the referees have the better angle. But, oh well. New York have it, though, under 30 seconds to go on the shot clock, this opportunity. Kylie Oldmiller racing from back behind the net. Quick give-and-go pass. Now Taylor Cummings. Cummings loses it for a moment. Still loose ball. Pop up, and goalie change for Philadelphia. Paige Sorensen getting her first action as a professional here at the WPLL. He'll talk about coming in when a team could really use it. We'll see what she does here. Part of the first graduating class in Colorado women's lacrosse history, making her debut here in the second half of the final regular season game.
And she left Colorado a first-team All-American in her senior year. And you look at the work that the body of work she was able to do, helping build that program, nothing short of remarkable.
I mean, you love a good story. You love an underdog story. How can you not like the Colorado women's lacrosse story from its inception and even till now, and at least getting into the tournament not too long ago, and then just building their program up? It's like I always said, I wanted to see the recruiting for those first couple of years. How do you sell that? I'd love to have been a fly on the wall. Lauren Lee, though, gets a shot off, sails up and over the crossbar, though Philly will still keep it now with 50 on the shot clock. Philadelphia ball, left wing, all the way out. Lauren Lee will reset things. Lauren Lee with the ball, looking in front, not much there. Off to the right side, looking in front, trying to scoop one home, can't get it to go. Kelsey Gregerson collects it. As the sun starting to hide behind the clouds behind us. New York Fight, though, with the ball through midfield. Up by 5. 10-5 is the score. Lindsey Scott trying to duck underneath to get in front. Nothing there. Fight will retreat back out. Here comes Zoe Stukenberg. Stukenberg, no afraid of anything. She'll go right through the middle and fire and score. Zoe Stukenberg gets her first goal of the afternoon, her 7th on the season.
Fight goal by number 15, Zoe Stukenberg.
Stukenberg, one of many Maryland players to hit the back of the net today to find success offensively.
And another thing with Stukenberg as well, you can tell she's got that rhythm going. She's got that hop in her step, literally that hop in her step, and she takes off. It's like, which way is she going? You saw it as she went to break towards the middle. She gets the team's 11th goal of the afternoon, and now the Fight up by 6. 11 minutes left to go here in the third. The all-important draw control. Taylor Cummings gets a reach for it. Comes down. Caroline Fitzgerald will collect it. Marissa Romeo. Taylor Cummings in the fight. Once again, back to work. Zoe Stukenberg looking, not finding too much to her liking. And she'll pass off to the right side. McPartland. Stukenberg. Stukenberg trying to get through defense. She's got some space. She goes low. Sorensen the save. New York still keeping it, though. 30 on the shot clock as we try again. Kylie Oldmiller. Miller, another one. When she cuts, you're not sure which way she's going to go. And a foul is going to get called. And this is a free position shot undoubtedly. If not, and there is the yellow card.
A lot of contact right on Miller's head there.
Maddie Lesher will go off on the yellow card. So Kylie Miller, opportunity right up the middle. And she'll check off. Interesting. Stukenberg will draw.
I think especially, when you see a yellow card opportunity, I like that. A free position shot is not guaranteed. It's not a layup by any means. So if you know you have the man-up opportunity, a reset shot clock, pull it out. Look for that opportunity.
And the opportunity taken advantage of, and right there, Lindsey Scott gets the goal. So being on the advantage with the yellow card, the New York Fight increased the lead over the Philadelphia Fire, 12-5 here in the third quarter. So now the Fire will try for the draw control. Haley Schweitzer, Taylor Cummings will square off once again. Taylor Cummings straight up right to her stick, and New York still keeping things going. Zoe Stukenberg to Taylor Cummings. Stukenberg once again going left. Stukenberg with a little space, but not a good look to goal. But Kylie Miller almost did it again. Took the pass in stride, put it right over her shoulder. Just a little over the crossbar, though. New York keeping the ball under 30 seconds left on the shot clock.
Just missed narrowly there, and that's the thing about Miller. I mean, you guard her so heavy on her left, and then she'll make you pay behind the back with her right, anywhere between the legs.
So Stukenberg going low, trying for the bounce, and that sails just a little bit off target. But keeping it, though, 7 seconds. Kylie Miller with the ball, quickly looking in front. The shot, Sorensen closes the door, loose ball. Where is it? Did it go in? It went in. I didn't see it roll in as Paige Sorensen went down to the ground. Just enough momentum as it rolls in, and that's when she's going to see in her sleep tonight.
Well, I think what happened there was a deflection off Sorensen. She made the save, and then once again, we saw it a lot in the first game, just picking up the garbage. If the ball's down there, it's a scrum. Taylor Cummings just does a great job, and we see her track the ball down on draw controls. She knows where the ball is at all times, gets a stick on it, knocks it in the goal.
So Taylor Cummings gets credit for that. Her 5th goal of the afternoon. She's doubled her goal output for the season, now 10 on the year. So Taylor Cummings just taking things to task this afternoon to make sure her team's going to be playing again in Westchester on Thursday. 7:09 left to go. 13-5 is the score, favor of the New York Fight. Some contact on the left side, no call from the referee. New York Fight ball now working right side. Off the hop, Lindsey Scott. Scott has Graziano in the middle. That gets picked off. Great work by the defense. Spring Sanders able to help disrupt it as well, but still not clearing. New York get it. Fresh shot clock. Marissa Romeo all alone, and she'll do that all day. She gets her 2nd goal of the afternoon. Trying to control the loose ball up top. Marissa Romeo just got away from the crowd. New York picked it up, found Romeo sitting in front of the net, and Ricky Freed is going to call timeout here in the third quarter. 14-5 is the score. 6:20 left to go. We'll keep things here. And Hallie, when you look at things, and especially not to look too far ahead of it, but in the here and now, it looks like New York's going to be continuing on. Can this offense that we've seen today, can it handle what we saw from Baltimore? Because that's going to be, whoever wins, that's going to be their opponent. Can it handle Baltimore and what we saw earlier?
You know, the reason I like the New York matchup, and I think Philadelphia has a lot more fight in them in this game, so I think you're going to see some resets. Ricky Freed's going to talk out a few different scenarios, but the reason I like the New York matchup against Baltimore is that Leonard Cummings battle on the draw control. See, I think Alyssa Leonard, especially when she takes the draw, and Baltimore has multiple options on that team, but when Alyssa Leonard is on the draw circle, in my opinion, she's virtually unstoppable. You saw Danielle Spencer for Upstate. She struggled against Leonard today. So when you have a player that's that dominant on the draw circle, you want to counteract that. And I think that Taylor Cummings, Alyssa Leonard, that's a true 50-50 ball. And just, from a fan standpoint, that's a battle I want to watch. I want to see the two of them go at it on the draw circle. And, I like that offense against this offense and defense and vice versa. I think it's just going to be a tough matchup if those two teams take the field. And I don't think that it's really a cakewalk for Baltimore to get to the championship.
It's going to be interesting indeed. So with the timeout being over and us starting to run a little out of sunlight, the referees have asked for the clock to start, so it is now running. Under 6 minutes left to go here in the third as the players take their spots to the field. Once again, Taylor Cummings, 5 goals on the afternoon. She racked up 3 in the first quarter alone. First touch off to the left, still not established. Stukenberg giving a shot at it. And now able to come through. Looked like she was over the line a little bit, but no call. Philadelphia Fire ball, though. Great work by the Fire. Working their way up. Spring Sanders with some space. Sanders, Tori Benson. Atrasco on the left side. Atrasco with some room. She shoots and scores. Danielle Atrasco gets the goal, her 4th of the year, and gets another goal for the Fire. So the first goal of the second half for Philadelphia comes with just under 5 minutes left to go in the third frame. The unassisted goal for the graduate from Boston University, 2013. Currently an assistant coach with Ricky Freed. And you have to wonder that if is there any kind of like playful squabbling between the two of them? You did this. Well, you said that. Well, you did this. Well, this. Like I said, we'd love to have these players and these coaches mic'd. It could never be live, but we'd love to have them mic'd. New York Fight, once again, ruling the circle. The next draw control. Marissa Romeo off to the left side. All the way back up top, Stukenberg. Lindsay Scott. Kylie Ohlmiller out front, trying to get some room. Ohlmiller with the shot and the score once again. Kylie Ohlmiller, the hat trick.
Ohlmiller there, and Paige Hokinson left about 3 inches above her left shoulder. And Kylie Ohlmiller threads the needle on it. She's just incredible. And
even then, like I said, you can tell like when players are really feeling it. We talked about Zoe Stukenberg earlier. Ohlmiller's another one. If she starts moving in front and it's not the start of a play, 3 guesses who's getting the ball. 1 guess where that ball's going to wind up. The hat trick for Kylie Ohlmiller. And it's a 15-6 ball game. 3:23 left to go. Off the draw control. Right side. Both teams giving chase. Taylor Cummings the first touch. New York ultimately comes away with it. Too strong on the pass. Graziano trying to get in there. Still not established. And a foul called against New York, so it'll be Philly ball. Under 3 minutes as working up towards the middle, Hannah Nielsen. Nielsen from behind the net. Atrasco, Nielsen again. Shot low, great save, Kelsey Gregerson. Anticipating the low shot, closed down the 5-hole. Another save for the Fight, and now to clear through midfield. Shanna Brady. Katie Haas right there with her. Romeo. Now Nicole Graziano. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the third. New York Fight on top, 15-6. Taylor Cummings with the ball. Ohlmiller. Ohlmiller just turning on a dime with her cuts. Under 20 seconds. Trying to go low, but fanned on it. Philly picking it up. And now to try to transfer. With a lot of room, up through the middle. Shot low, but Gregerson easily track it. And then she'll send it right back the other way. Marissa Romeo. Romeo with some room inside. Romeo shoots just wide right. Lauren Lee with the ball for Philly. Up through the middle. Atrasco. Danielle Atrasco with 40 on the shot clock. Starts her way towards the net now from back behind. Atrasco looked like she was trying an off-angle shot, but it popped straight up.
I think she was just trying to get a nice
something.
pass off, get a shot off. I mean, we've seen some messy plays exchanged on both sides.
But now Taylor Cummings with the ball again. Another pop-up back behind the net. Romeo looking in front. Ohlmiller just trying what she can, and the whistle is blown. Kylie Ohlmiller undoubtedly will go for another free position opportunity. Ohlmiller has 3 goals on the afternoon. Looking for number 4 as we go 20 seconds left to go here in the third. Ohlmiller will go in. She'll shoot. She'll score. Number 4 for the graduate of Stony Brook. And with 10 seconds, that will undoubtedly wind things down for the third quarter. 15 more minutes left to go in the regular season. The New York Fight well in control. 16-6 is the score. A quick break. We'll come back with the fourth quarter action. You're watching Women's Professional Lacrosse League only on laxallstars.com.
The mission is obviously to, provide these women with other opportunities outside of being a professional lacrosse player.
The WPLL is a two-pronged approach. One side of it is a platform for the players to play at the highest level possible, playing a brand of lacrosse that's both exciting and fits the athleticism of the sport. The other side of that is the junior development and having a Chasers program, a development program where these younger players can aspire to be WPLL players, can not only get out on the field and play, but also be mentored and learn traits such as leadership, character development, that whole side of it, merging the two. So merging your pro players with the development group to form one awesome league, a two-pronged approach.
It's a perfect opportunity for us to create programming that's going to help them develop personally and professionally. I mean, it's unbelievable the talent that's out there.
Welcome back to Goucher College. Fourth quarter action here. Wrapping things up for the Women's Professional Lacrosse League's regular season. Dan Fritz alongside Hallie Griggs. And what a regular season this has been, Hallie. The initial year for the WPLL. A lot of thoughts, a lot of visions, a lot of plans going forward to this league. What do you think about it up until this point?
Oh, I think it's just been incredible. I love the level of competition. I love seeing a lot of these players, one, play against each other, two, play with each other. I love seeing Taylor Cummings play with Kylie Ohlmiller. I am so grateful that these women have this opportunity.
Indeed.
To continue to elevate this sport. I mean, and the pace of play, everything we've seen tonight, the action. I hope that the girls watching fully take it in and they try to do what these women are doing on the field, bring that into their own games.
Well, right now, New York Fight just trying to keep things going, and that lady right there, Taylor Cummings, had something to do with it. Zoe Stukenberg, though, rips the back of the net for her second goal of the afternoon, and as we've been saying all day long, just the New York Fight just rolling right on through and undoubtedly on their way to the postseason. Stukenberg, her second goal. Taylor Cummings gets another point on the assist. And back and forth we will go. And like we said before, the other thing that you really like, and especially with this league, is you look around the stands, you look at the fans. And granted, you have a lot of the families, it's, you know, the women's lacrosse family, the family of lacrosse in general. It's like coming home every time we've had a game, but you're looking at the younger ones. You're looking at the girls that are getting ready to start playing the high school game. And as you said before, now whereas high school, college is not going to be hanging it up, now there's another level to strive for. And to have those people be motivated by these women here today, you just can't put that into words.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think that that's really just what it's all about. And I think that that's what the WPLL really, that's their mission. That's what it is all about.
Taylor Cummings just launched one that went all the way to the end of the track. So getting the possession back, Kylie Oldmiller from back behind the net. Oldmiller, 20 on the shot clock as she works the right side. Oldmiller's going to go in and just over the bar. Marissa Romeo has the position, but not much time. 15 seconds on this opportunity. Lauren Lee right there with her. She goes for a quick pass to fire off the pipe. McPartland, she'll try it again. That one went off the helmet. So 2 quick shots. Not finding the back of the net, but New York still have the ball. But now a fresh shot clock and a picked off pass by the Fire. Lighting conditions starting to resemble when we used to play in our backyards, and Mom and Dad getting ready to call us in for dinner. Not really sure what you're seeing, but ball's out here somewhere. And a foul called as they worked inside. Philadelphia Fire will have it. 17-6 is the score, 12:37 left to go. And for the Fire, a free position opportunity. Katie House will take it. House goes in, she shoots. Doesn't get it to go. Not sure if Gregerson got a piece of it, but New York have the ball.
Shannon Brady, great anticipation to back that up.
So Brady will come through the middle. And the New York fight. Off to the right side, Kylie Oldmiller from the corner. Passing back behind the net, Marissa Romeo. Romeo. Great work by Abby Burgess. Again, Fire not just going away. Taylor Cummings working her way in. She shoots. Taylor Cummings once again another score, her 6th on the afternoon. So Taylor Cummings, the unassisted goal, her 6th of the game. It's now 18-6.
Cummings, you said, had 5 goals coming into this game, 6 here today. Yeah, she came in on a mission. She did not want this to be the last day of her season.
Yeah, that is a woman on a mission today, undoubtedly. And, I mean, she established that off the draw control. I mean, just the rest, 6 goals today. I mean, that's good work at any level. So she's got 6, and I'd be surprised if she didn't have at least 1 more left in her. You know, whether it just happens to be in front of her or she just unloads on one, we'll see in a second. Off the draw control. Taking a couple of swats at it. Atrasco has it. Off the restart, Philly working the left side. In front, the shot, the flag goes up, but right back in the pocket. Fire, get another goal. Look like Haley Schweitzer.
Philadelphia Fire, goal by number 29.
I'm sorry.
Mora.
Karen Maurer, excuse me. Like you said, the lighting's starting to go a little bit harder to see the uniform numbers from up here. So my apologies for that. But nonetheless, Fire do get another goal. 10:23 left to go, but still for the Fire, a lot of work that needs to be done. So Taylor Cummings back to the draw circle for the New York fight. Almost that fast, I couldn't even get it out. The quick pass to Danielle Atrasco. Atrasco gets it home, and another goal for the Fire that quickly. And like how we said, the fast pace of the game was actually faster than I could speak, and that's an accomplishment.
It was an incredible effort, starting on the draw, and it really starts with Haley Schweitzer. She's such a strong, physically strong drawer that she's just at this point, getting the ball away from Taylor Cummings. Cummings has proven that once it goes up, she's going to come down with it. So if she can just get it away from Taylor, draw it back as hard as she can, she makes it a 50-50 ball.
Maher on the assist. They initially gave it to Spring Sanders, but that corrected. And off the draw control again. Philly through traffic. They got it again. Hannah Nielsen. Nielsen rips one, but just off the mark. Who's got the position? They'll give it to Philly. Daniela Trasco from back behind the net. Trasco looking for Crutchfield out front. Couldn't connect. The fight pick it up. Here comes New York up through midfield. Alice Mercer. Romeo. Oldmiller. Oldmiller looking, cocking that stick back. 40 on the shot clock. Now Oldmiller goes to work. Stukenberg. Stukenberg draws a double, tries to get around that one, still working to the left. Now up through the middle, Taylor Quinn. Quinn loses it for a moment, gets it right back, but now a foul called as Hannah Nielsen got a little too hard with it to get the turnover. 12 seconds, though, on the shot clock for the fight. In front, Taylor Cummings. Once again, Taylor Cummings wasted no time getting number 7 on the day. Stukenberg the assist, and Cummings just getting the shot. Actually getting the pass, maybe took a half a step and just sent it behind Sorensen, getting another goal for the fight. 19-8 is the score here at Goucher College. $7:30 left to go here in the fourth. Caroline Fitzgerald loses it for a moment, tight ropes the line, keeping it in play. But Trasco got a stick to it. Gillingham couldn't connect the pass, and now the fight back the other way. Oldmiller. Oldmiller in front, grazed off the top of the pipe. Taylor Cummings, I didn't even see her in that pile-up, but she got the shot off, grazing off the top of the cage. New York fight keeping the ball. 50 left to shoot as Kylie Oldmiller from back behind the net. Looking, trying for Marissa Romeo. That pass gets picked off by Hannah Nielsen. Nielsen. Now the pass through the middle. A little too much on it. Zoe Stukenberg trying to get the hop. Now gets it. Here come the fight back the other way. Marissa Romeo. Great work by the Fire defense getting back, and now through midfield. The pass to the left side, Daniela Trasco. Trasco gets behind Fitzgerald. Trasco has it pop out of her stick. And now Graziano gives chase and just scoots it back, trying to get to the netminder, but it's still Philly ball.
Between the legs there, Graziano didn't like the call. She said she went between her own legs.
Shot goes in, but that gets turned aside.
It's going to be a crease violation. Kelsey Gregerson getting the ball, and you start to wonder when Emily Kift, rather.
Emily Kift, excuse us. Emily Kift in the ball game. New York fight has it off the side, but you're saying as far as the crease violation, that was the reason for the whistle, but New York fight go in, save in front. Trying to send it right back was Oldmiller, but Paige Sorensen better for that task and hand it off to Abby Burgess. And now the Fire just trying to get through midfield. 5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia Fire trying to get something going, but down by 11. A lot of work to do, but inside the flag goes up. She takes the shot. A foul called, a free position opportunity to come. Lauren Kahn, graduate from Connecticut, 2014. Now an assistant coach at Columbia, goes in, she puts it in and gets the goal off the free position. So that's her second goal of the season coming from the hash mark. 19-9 is the score. 4:25 though left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Fire goal by number 15.
And I think we knew a number of scenarios could play out tonight. I don't think anyone knew that this would play out.
There was, I'll be honest, there was part of me that, like I said, wondered when either, like I said, Cummings, Oldmiller, Stukenberg, or a combination there was just going to just have that rhythm. Just I can't explain it, just something told me this might be the one for that. But now you also have to wonder as well, have they caught their stride? They still got something left for next week? Or is this going to be the show here? We won't know until Thursday. But nonetheless, they are comfortably on top by 10 with under 4 minutes left to go. Philadelphia, though, does have the ball. And if you're Philly, well, now you start thinking basketball a little bit. How's your outside shot doing? Again, only a small handful of 2-point goals. But how do you set up that play? Because you're not going to have too much room to get it off. You're going to need somebody to really be a little bit sneaky.
You're going to need to set it up. You're going to need to really draw a double and have a wing side player.
And then if you're the Fire, who's that wing side player? As they pick off this pass coming back the other way. An opportunity like this, though, the New York defense right there at every step as Abby Burgess loses it for a moment as precious time comes off the clock, under 3 minutes now. Burgess from that 2-point line. Kahn steps inside. Kahn through traffic and right to the stick of Emily Kift. Ten points the difference, 19-9, as it looks like the New York Fight will take on Baltimore Thursday at Westchester. The times and the seating and whatnot to officially be released later on the WPLL website. But we will have all the action here on laxallstars.com. There's a foul called against the Fight. Philly will have it back quickly up the field. Maddie Crutchfield. Crutchfield over the line with some space. Rips one off to the left side. Can't control the pass. Loose ball out front. Just outside the crease. Kift going forward, but a great recovery by the Fire and sending another one home. The Fire get their 10th goal of the afternoon.
Great effort there by Karen Maurer, just really trying to make sure that she does everything she can. Loose ball on the ground, dives, throws it over. I think what was really neat about that goal, she was totally aware of Emily Kift's position in goal, that she was a little bit out of goal.
The hat trick on the afternoon for Karen. 19-10, 90 seconds though left to go in this one as we get ready to wind down the regular season here of the inaugural year, the Women's Professional Lacrosse League. And the clock running, there's a foul against New York. I'm not sure if a manpower or what, but nonetheless, Philly have the ball. We're under a minute, but there's about a 4-second difference between the game and the shot clock. As working back in front, but right there, Emily Kift with a great kick save. New York Fight have it, and they can just play keep away to wind up this last minute, but the Fire not going down easily as Kaylin Friedman will take the ball into the zone, give it off to Kylie Oldmiller, and Oldmiller in the corner will just work her way through. Long passes across the field. 27 seconds left to go here in the fourth. So New York just going to play keep away. And it looks like they will take on the Baltimore Brave, the 1-4 matchup. The New England Command, the Upstate Pride will be your number 2 and 3. All the times, all the details. Make sure you stay to WPLL's website as this ball rolls back through the middle. And the horn sounds, and the New York Fight had enough to get the win on the day. They will advance for the Philadelphia Fire. Unfortunately, their season comes to a conclusion this afternoon, but still a great year for the Fire, being part of this inaugural Women's Professional Lacrosse League. Hallie, I can't say enough. What a pleasure to do these games with you this afternoon. I'm sure we'll probably see you at some point, either in the semis or even in the finals at U.S. Lacrosse headquarters.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and I can't wait to see the action unfold.
All right, well, that's going to wrap things up for us. One more time, the final score, 19-10 in favor of the New York Fight. Dan Fritz, all of us here at LaxAllStars.com, thank you for watching. We'll see you back at Westchester here on LaxAllStars.com.
What do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? So I always ask the question, what would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing. As a result of our kind of educational system, crowds of students say, well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way. Another person says, well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and write